We're going to have some fun with Fox. Apparently their guest did. Thomas Ricks is a Pulitzer Prize winning author. He's written the book The Generals. He was the Pentagon correspondent for the Washington Post. He now writes for Foreign Policy. And they brought him on to talk about Benghazi, and he's going to do that with our friend over here, John Scott. So the problem is, he's going to say some things about Fox News that make them a little uncomfortable. This whole interview lasted less than 90 seconds. You want to find out why? Here's why.
Senator John McCain has said in the past that he would block any attempt to nominate Susan Rice. He seems to be backing away from that. What do you make of it?
I think that Benghazi generally was hyped by this network especially, and that now that the campaign is over, I think he's backing off a little bit. They're not going to stop Susan Rice from being Secretary of State.
When you have 4 people dead, including the first U.S. ambassador in more than 30 years, how do you call that hype?
How many security contractors died in Iraq, do you know?
I don't.
No, nobody does, because nobody cared. We know that several hundred died, but there was never an official count done of security contractors dead in Iraq. So when I see this focus on what was essentially a small firefight, I think, number one, I've covered a lot of firefights. It's impossible to figure out what happens in them sometimes. And second, I think that the emphasis on Benghazi has been extremely political, partly because Fox was operating as a wing of the Republican Party.
All right. Tom Ricks, thanks very much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Oh, sick, dude. After I do a suplex and an elbow drop on you, you're welcome. But what I loved is John Scott for the fail. So, okay, anyway, Tom Ricks, it was great to have you on Fox News. We really appreciate it. Okay, next. There was a producer in his ear saying, "Get off it, get off of it, get off of it. He's telling people the truth. What are you doing? Who let this guy on Fox News?" So that was awesome.